What is up, you guys? Megan Houston here, your dietetic intern. So for today's video, I decided to do 3 recipes for desserts. I have a huge sweet tooth, and I mentioned that in the snack video. So I thought, why not give y'all a few recipes that I use that really help me hit my sweet tooth without feeling guilty about it. So there's 3 recipes in here. We have a chocolate pie, a banana bread, and peanut butter cookies. Now I'll list the recipes down below in the description box, and that way you can do it at home. Feel free to modify as you like, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel as we get right into this video. I am so excited. All of these recipes are super delicious. So like I said, for our first recipe we have a chocolate silk pie. So how do we make this recipe healthy? Well, first off, the main ingredient is silken tofu. Silken tofu is super high in protein, super delicious, and you can't even taste it. Then we have Fairlife milk. It has that lactase enzyme, so easy to digest. Peanut butter or almond butter, and when you are looking for your peanut butter, almond butter, make sure it says 100% almonds or peanuts, no added oil. Then we have Ghirardelli dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is healthier. And then 1 frozen banana to add some sweetness, and then 1 packet of cocoa mix like you would do for hot chocolate. Now, how do we do this? Well, you literally just put everything in the blender and blend it up. Easy as that. Except for the chocolate, you melt that. Then you add it second. Make sure it's all nice and melted. And then you blend it again. Then I picked a graham cracker crust already pre-made just to make it easier on me, but you could easily make one from scratch if you wished, but I thought that the graham cracker went really well with the chocolate. Then you just put it in the fridge overnight for about 6 hours once you pour it into the crust, and then we can talk about toppings. Now you could do whipped cream or whatever that you like, but I picked yogurt covered pretzels because those are my jam these days, and I think sweet and salty goes so well together, and it made the top of this pie look so cute. I brought it to a get together for my church, and everyone really liked it, and no one could even tell that it had tofu in it. So don't knock it till you try it. Now for our second recipe, we have healthy peanut butter cookies. Now these cookies are not super sweet. They have old-fashioned oats, brown sugar, of course, creamy natural peanut butter, just peanuts like in the chocolate recipe, no added oils there. Make sure when you're looking at the back of the label. And then of course we have some eggs in there, vanilla, salt, and baking soda. Make sure you use baking soda, not baking powder. First you put the 2 eggs in, and then 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now like I said, these aren't super duper sweet cookies. You could definitely add some chocolate chips in there if you wanted to make them a little bit sweeter, or some dried fruit. But actually they have really great macros. You could even eat this for breakfast alongside a Greek yogurt. It's got a good pack of protein, healthy fats, not a ton of carbs. I actually ate all of these in like 3 days. Well, me and my roommates. So they were a hit. Definitely try them. Then you add the vanilla and the peanut butter, mix everything together. The last ingredient that you add is the oats. And I'll show you exactly what it looks like once you mix everything together with the blender. But I just use measuring cups, and this does not have to be perfect. Don't freak out if you're not a impressive baker or you have a hard time. This is such an easy recipe. You can make it with your kids. I even took it to the kids that I babysit, and they loved this recipe. They were actually able to help me, and they ate 2 or 3 of them. But they were really, really good, especially when they came out of the oven. Now, like you see here, measuring out the oats with my measuring cup. Nothing exact, mixing it up, and you see how it's still kind of goopy, but you just spoon them right onto parchment paper. This keeps them from sticking to the pan. Super easy hack, and it makes it where it's super easy cleanup too. Put them in the oven, baked them for 10 minutes, and then they were ready to go. Now I topped half of mine with golden raisins, and then the other half I left plain. Both were delicious. Sometimes I just wanted one that was a little bit sweeter. So those are our peanut butter cookies. And then our next recipe is banana bread. Now this has applesauce, maple syrup and honey, special maple cinnamon topping, ground cinnamon, salt, baking soda, whole wheat flour, 100% whole grain, and then bananas, black walnuts, super high in healthy fats, and then eggs as our binder. I love to just create a little setup when I'm baking. It makes everything easy to grab. Just a little tip. So first we start off with the applesauce, half a cup. I actually just bought baby food because it was cheaper that way to just buy one at a time. But spoon that in with the maple syrup and honey. So I did a 1/4 cup maple syrup and then a 1/4 cup honey, but you could easily do a half a cup of one or the other if you wanted to. I just thought it'd be good to have a mixture. Then I added the eggs, mixed all those things together nice and well before we added the other ingredients. This was just a 1 bowl recipe, and those are the ones that I love. It's super easy cleanup, not a whole lot to do. Then I mashed up 3 bananas, added those in there, and you just want to mix it pretty well. It's okay if there's clumps. Not everything has to be super smooth. I kind of like having banana chunks in my banana bread. And then on top of that, we add a teaspoon of cinnamon and some baking soda. Make sure you're using baking soda, not baking powder. 2 totally different things. Add half a teaspoon of salt. I use Himalayan pink salt, but regular salt is fine. I just kind of eyeballed it. And then vanilla extract. Vanilla extract adds so much flavor with few to no calories. So highly recommend it in this recipe. Mix it all together. Add the 100% whole wheat flour. It's okay, this part may get a little messy. When I was mixing it, some of the flour escaped, but that's totally fine. And then this is where you can put your add-ins. So I chose a 1/4 cup of the black walnuts, but you could also use raisins, dried fruit, pecans, whatever you like. I just thought walnuts was a nice contrast because they are a little bit bitter. So it was kind of bittersweet in my opinion. And then this just goes in 1 loaf pan, which is also nice as well. It's not too much. I also topped it with my maple cinnamon topping. Now I got this at a county fair, so this might not be everywhere, but really it's just sugar and cinnamon mixed together. So you could do this yourself, make it at home, and then sprinkle it on top. I think it adds the perfect finishing touch to a healthy banana bread. Look how gorgeous it turned out. It was so delicious. I was honestly impressed. So those are my 3 healthy recipes that I do when I am craving something and I want it to be good for me. So try these peanut butter cookies out. Try the banana bread. I think banana bread is good for breakfast, it's good for snack, it's good for dessert. And like I said, these peanut butter cookies, the macros on them are fantastic. You could definitely pair it with a Greek yogurt, go out the door, and then you are already having something super delicious for breakfast. And then that chocolate soap pie, I mean, it's honestly a perfect thing to make your family or for a outing, and it's super easy to cut a couple slices, and the protein in it is so good. I was really impressed. So I hope you give them a try. Let me know if you do and how it turns out. Thanks so much for watching. And like I said, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys later.